Hi guys, so I want to come on here and I want to do this video. It's very important to me. It's something that's been in my spirit for a while now and that I've been going against. For this season that I'm in right now I really have been feeling God for a very long time tell me that I need to be my truest, authentic self. I need to be what I was always when I was a kid, this passion that I had inside me, and all the way up until now with my awakening. And I need to stay really true to myself. And what I am is I am a very passionate, deep spiritual person. I first want to say that the truth is Jesus. He is the only way. He is the truth, the light. He is the only way to get to the Abba Father. So I really want you to know where I stand on. I really believe in my soul that once you have Jesus, that it's not over. Once you have him, you are free. But you are going to go down this path of trials and tribulations. You're going to have joys. You're going to have understandings. You're going basically from you learn in life, you need to unlearn, and you need to relearn. You're a flesh. You're a new creation. And when you get your new creation, you never stop evolving. You never stop growing. You're constantly making mistakes and you're constantly rising above. And that's really what I really want to talk about. I feel like I really need to, I was looking at my makeup thing and I see it says 11/11 on it, on my little makeup thing. That's really crazy. Anyways, sorry, I got off topic. I really wanted to really talk about that. Everything on here that I'm expressing, it's something really deep within me. I know that everything in my physical life is still connected to what I'm doing in the spirit, but something that I'm talking about is much deeper. It's a yearning. It's like a inner groan for something more that's just more than this physical realm. And yeah, and I've been like this since I was a really little girl. I've always been one to ask questions. I've always been one that's been interested in anything, open. I've been very open into anything and everything. And I never shut anything out. Do I believe everything I look into and that's brought into my mind? No, absolutely not. I would be foolish to do that. But what I'm saying is that I'm really trying to connect and reach other people who are like this. I never started out my YouTube to be I never started it out to be into religion. I had a very deep spiritual awakening. I had a holy, fiery baptism in my awakening. I literally saw a glowing being standing over me and praying in a different language over me. I've had a literal supernatural transformation in this physical realm with a spiritual awakening. And I know that Jesus is the only way. But I'm trying to say is that there are the disciples. You got the disciples. You have Paul, right? Paul went a whole different way, even though he was on the same way. They all believed the same thing. They all knew Jesus was the truth and the way. They all preached on Jesus. But Paul was different. Paul went and talked about the mysteries, the secret things, the deeper things. And that's what I am. That's the kind of person that I am. I'm into I use everything as a tool. Anything and everything. I know Jesus is the way and the truth, but I use everything else as a tool. Like my husband said, chew the meat, you spit out the bones. There is truth in things. God is everywhere. He is in everything. And we would be foolish not to see that he is in everything. I am the God that created even evil. God is everywhere. He is literally everywhere. And that's how deep I am. And when I'm speaking to reach people who are just like me so we can figure things out. We're all pieces of this grand puzzle. And we all have gifts to share and so into everybody. This is why it says, my people perish from lack of knowledge. There's so many people that have been awakened. They know the truth and that they're afraid to really learn and grow. They're afraid to entertain the thought of anything else, not even realizing that God uses everything. Does he not? take somebody that films a movie that maybe not, the director is not a saved person, not sitting there proclaiming Jesus, but yet they made a movie that brings you like goodness and that brings you to God's truth. And God does that so that way when that person does end up getting saved, he could say, wow, God really was with me. He was with me the whole time. And he wasn't even, you know what I mean? But like, my people, they perish from lack of knowledge. You gotta use everything in order to grow, in order to evolve. So everything is a tool. Don't close anything off. Be open to everything, but be very careful. Know that Jesus is the truth. He is the truth. So everything else is just a bonus to use for your personal growth and your personal evolution. And I really wanted to say that. I am one that will literally look into like number meanings. I use it in a good way. It's not new age. I use it as a tool. I will look into astrology, zodiac stuff. I will use everything for God's good. I don't go into it with this new age type of perspective. By the way that you see my life here that I show on YouTube and the things that I share, you can see I am not a new age person. I have shared my love and my passion for my Abba Father. Everybody who watches me knows how deeply I love my Abba Father. I love him so much, and I can never be plucked from him. I can never be taken away from him. In John 10:28-30 it says this. And then also in Jeremiah 1:5, he knew me before he formed me in my mother's womb. I knew who I was when I was little, how special I was in him. Not saying I'm better than anybody. I just know my worth in him, just as you should too. And then where I am now is I feel like I am like Paul. I am 1 Corinthians 9:19-23, where he says, to the Jews I became like a Jew, even though I am free. I am myself under no law, but I am under law with him. That's the type of me that I am. I try to reach people on every way that I know that's good for them. God uses me to be like that. It's a wisdom. It's an understanding of who I am in him. And I can do that. I can become all things to all men. I love people so much, and I just want people to see how special they are. I want them to awaken. I want them to see that this life is more than what they're living. I want people to see their potential. I want them to see, most importantly, I want them to see Abba. I want them to feel him. And if I could do that for somebody on this earth, I know that I've now entered into my destiny and my purpose. That is my purpose. I am an encourager. God has given me wisdom. Wisdom is a female spirit. That is who I am in him. 1 John 2:27, as for you, the anointing you receive from him remains in you, and you do not need anyone to teach you. But as his anointing teaches you about all things, and as that anointing is real, not counterfeit, just as it has taught you, remain in him. That is me. That is the way that I am. Does that mean to not listen to what anybody has to say? Absolutely not. I am me. And I have something that I can give to this world that is only I understand. But yeah, so this is the video that I wanted to make today. I felt this was like a really deep, heavy topic that's been on me for a really long time. And I really feel like once I put this out there, I'm going to set something free for myself to be able to start doing more things. I just wanted everybody to know that I am not a religious person. I'm a very spiritual person, and I follow Jesus, and I love my Abba Father so much. And the only one that I know is truth out of everything that I go into and look into and use as a tool. Jesus literally is the only way. He is the only truth, and I will always stand for that. I will always stand up for that. I cannot be taken from him. Says John 10:28-30, no man can pluck me from my Father. I am his, and I've always have been his since I was a little girl. And yeah, so I love each and every one of you, and I pray that this video blesses you. And I hope you all have a wonderful, blessed day in the Lord, and we'll talk soon.